Good morning, you guys. I actually feel great today. I came home last night after the Isabel Marant dinner and I took my nano magnesium and it like worked like a charm. I mean, I take it every night, but some nights it works better than others. And this morning, the kids were both in a good mood. Estelle was in a good mood. Liam was in a good mood. Like, we had a seamless school drop off. Everyone was just chef's kiss. So I'll take that as a win. For me, that's great. I'm also having a warm coffee this morning. I kind of missed having warm coffees, but it's also in the 60s today, which in Miami is winter basically. But I hope this weather stays for a few days and not just like one day. I'm barefaced this morning. I just have on some lip balm and some skincare. I'm on my way to acupuncture now because I really wanted to work out this morning, but I told you guys yesterday that my lower back on my right side and my left shoulder just are so effed up that I need a little bit of TLC, and I can't do this to myself. I really have to take care of myself. It's so important. Anybody who's watching me, you guys know I'm always all about self-care. You really need to take care of yourself because if you're in mental or physical pain in any way, shape, or form, it's really hard for you to perform in other areas of your life. Like, trust me. Also, I'm glad that you guys liked, well, you guys were watching a few days, 3 days out. Yeah, 3 days behind. But I posted the vlog yesterday and I gave you guys my words of wisdom and it was really cute. You guys all said like, oh, wow, you're taking over Aloni's, over his job, that I said the words of wisdom this time instead of him. So, yeah, there's just been so many lessons. Like, there's always lessons in everything every week, right? But like, this last 2 weeks with, this last 2 weeks with Papa being open, there's just so many lessons that are coming up again, and so many things, you know. Like I was talking the last couple of days, talking about how, you know, not to get down and discouraged, you know, about negative reviews, because we had like 1 or 2 people who, like, you know, didn't like the beverages that we were serving, and I said this to my partner, and I said this also to our employees as a lesson. I said, guys, you always have to remember one thing: you can start a business, you can provide a service or a product, but that product and that service is not meant for everybody, right? Like, we have people who came in and said, oh, you know, I got this drink, but it's not as sweet as I expected. And you're right, it's not as sweet as you expected, because that's not how we want you to enjoy it. We want you to enjoy it the way that we created this recipe. I'm using me as our coffee shop as an example. And, you know, and that's okay. And I had said, like, when I said, okay, there's room for everybody to make money and there's room for everyone, you know, to start a business, even if it's similar, like, we will have our customers who will enjoy our coffee, who like what we're doing, right? But then you will still have the people who only want to drink Starbucks and only want to go to Starbucks, right? No matter how many times you tell them that this coffee is better or whatever, they still want to go to Starbucks. You know, same thing with, you know, when it comes to matcha. Some people want to have matcha here, some people want to have matcha there. It's like that with any business, any product. It's similar, like nails. We all have our own nail technicians. We have, you know, our favorite nail girl. We have our favorite nail colors. You know, I might tell you my nail girl is the best. She does, you know, she cuts out the cuticles the best. But then someone else is going to tell me, no, she doesn't do it as good as my girl. Again, every product that's out there and every service is not meant to please everybody. So if anybody's watching me who's starting a business or wants to cultivate some sort of a service or a product, don't be discouraged by a negative review, because you cannot please everybody, you know? The same way how not all products are for me, not all products are for you. It just, I'm using us as an example for the coffee shop. So do not get discouraged. Like, it's normal. It's okay for people to have their own point of views, and it's okay for people not to like what you're putting out, because we're not for everyone. We're not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. So that is my lesson of the day. Do not get discouraged, because when you get discouraged, it's so easy to get discouraged. And I know sometimes I forget that my background is coming and my knowledge is coming off of me being on social media, where I get criticized all the time. People talk shit to my face all the time. Well, not to my face, to my screen, but they talk shit to me all the time. They say really crazy things, and, you know, a lot of the times you guys don't see it because TikTok, I don't know Instagram if they do that or not, but TikTok has like reviewed comments, because if people say like bad things, it's for like mental health. They make sure that nobody can see it unless I go to the reviewed comments, and I usually don't go to the reviewed comments. So sometimes things get stuck there and people say, oh, why are you deleting comments? I'm like, I'm not deleting comments. So whatever you just said got stuck in the reviewed comment section, and I just don't care enough to go look at it, you know? But people talk shit to me all the time, and I'm already so used to it that I don't care. I don't let it get to me. No one's gonna get to me. Like, I will not allow outside energy to, no, it's not happening. So I want you guys to be that same way. Just do not let outside energy, outside noise, negativity ruin your day. It doesn't matter. And don't fight with people on the internet, because you're never going to win that fight. Because especially if people are behind the screen, they are keyboard warriors. They have, you're not going to win. It's like I always say this: if people made up their mind that the sky is green, you can show them proof, you can show them whatever you want, you can show them pictures, it doesn't matter. They don't care. They already made up their mind that the sky is green, and the sky is green. So that's that. So don't let people get a reaction out of you. Don't get discouraged. And that's it. It's not worth it. I promise you, it's not worth it. Learn off of my skin. It's really hard to learn off of other people's skin, but this is just something I'm telling you guys. Like, the last 4 years on social media, there have been many ups, but there have been some downs, and the downs are usually caused by other people. And you know what? As of, like, after I had my son, and I remember, like, all the criticism that I went through with, like, parenting styles, and that I wasn't breastfeeding and this and that, whatever, and everyone had something to say about everything, and I'm just like, yo, you're not a perfect person, you're not a perfect human, you're not a perfect mom, you're not a perfect parent. Like, to the people who are talking shit to me, like, shut up, And then I realized to myself, like, why am I even, like, listening to this nonsense? It's just, like, garbage, like my husband says. Instead of saying garbage, he goes, garbage, babe, it's garbage. I don't listen to this garbage, neither should you. That was 6 minutes of me yapping. Anyway, that's because the caffeine hit. Oh. I just finished acupuncture. I dozed off towards the end when they were doing cupping on my back. This means I had a very good acupuncture session. I didn't go to HomeGoods because after my acupuncture, I felt really dizzy and lightheaded. Sometimes it happens to me, and it's also because I didn't really drink enough water prior to my appointment, and I didn't have anything to eat. So I came home going to eat. I'm going to organize a little bit, do a few things. Then I'll go to HomeGoods before I pick up my son. So that'll be kind of what I'm going to do. I made myself a cottage cheese bowl. I really wanted something with protein that didn't involve me, like, actually making protein, you know what I mean? And I didn't want fish. Usually I'm, like, really good at tin fish, but for some reason I just was not craving it. So in here I have the Kelowna Supernatural cottage cheese. They make amazing dairy products, by the way. And I also bought a French onion dip, which is, like, to die for. I have in here cubed up avocado, cucumbers without the skin. I just like the way it tastes without the skin better in, like, a cottage cheese bowl. I feel like it blends better. And I have tomato, I have green olives. If I had fresh dill, I would, like, load this up with dill. I didn't have any. And I used everything but the bagel seasoning and a little squirt of lime. And I have the Simple Mills almond crackers. I love these. It's just, like, a great way when you're in a pinch. This also holds well, like, if you take lunch with you to work and you get one of those mason jars, or you use an old jam or jelly jar, like a condiment jar. If you put on the bottom the cottage cheese and then you layer all the vegetables, especially, like, crunchy vegetables, you could do radishes, you could do peppers, cucumbers. I wouldn't put tomato because tomato doesn't really, like, hold well sometimes, but you can if you're going to eat it pretty soon. And if you have a place to put it in the fridge, it's, like, a great thing to take with you to work. Just packs really easily, Delish. I haven't had one of these in a really long time. I still didn't go to HomeGoods. I'm actually going to go with Liam because I need to go today. There's no other time for me to go. And I ended up being on a call for an hour because I was just helping with some marquee stuff and, like, holiday promotions and things like that. And I started, like, organizing things, and I had some brand partnerships that were due that needed, like, edits and stuff. So I just submitted all of that. And I'm going to show you something really quickly. I'm just plugging my phone. I packed up all my stuff that's going back today to the Isabel Morocco team. And tonight I told you guys I have an event with Agua Bendita, which is a company that is primarily known for resort wear. And in collaboration with Alexander Birman. So they sent me a pair of shoes. I hope they're not too high. That's a 100 size heel. 100, it's a 100 size heel. It's a 100 length heel. Alexandre Birman. Let's see. Oh, they're really cute actually. I'll link it for you guys below, but this style is called the Amanda. And it's this beautiful metallic color. It's like a gunmetal. Let's try it on. Hopefully it fits. Let's see. It's really hard because the event's today and I did not try anything on. I also have a gala on Monday that I completely forgot about, you guys. And the only reason I remembered it is because I was watching another influencer who posted in her stories that she's going to be at this gala. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot I'm going to that gala too. And I literally don't know what I'm going to wear. But I think because I don't have time to figure that out, I'm going to, and it's black tie, I'm going to wear the gold dress that I have from Meshki that I was planning to save for New Year's. So I might just wear it for that. Okay. Oh, these heels are really high actually, much higher than I anticipated them to be. Let's see. It's funny because I never show you guys like my feet. First of all, my feet are not like cute. I don't think my feet are cute. Second of all, I don't know. It's like weird showing your feet, you know? I only show you my feet when it's like a closed toe shoe. Guys, you know who has insanely beautiful feet? And I'm not saying this because he's my husband, but my husband. His feet, we call him, we have an inside joke in the family. We call him Principessa because Aloni has the most perfect feet. Like Aloni should be a foot model. Like his feet are insane. Like it's crazy. We're all jealous. That's why we make fun of him. Let's check. Here's the shoe. Let me see it in the mirror. Oh, they're actually really pretty. Okay. Shoes are good. I swear, you guys, my foot grew bigger. I asked them for half a size bigger than what I usually took. If I would have asked them for my OG size pre-Estelle, with Liam, my foot did not get bigger. But if I asked for my OG size, it would not have fitted into the shoe. Okay? So that's that. I'm not sure if I have to return all of this stuff, so I actually need to ask Mia that. So I'm going to keep everything nicely in the box, in the bag. I already steamed my dress earlier because I don't want to come home and rush to do things. I just want to come home and get dressed. I want to do my makeup. So that is why I already did all of that because, yeah, I like being organized. I just function better when I'm organized. Let me open these up too, so that way I have an easy, smooth dressing experience. I also need to sort out actually what bag I'm going to wear, but I also want to show you the dress, which I also didn't try on. I probably should try that on. I should probably try on the gold dress. You know what? I'm actually going to try on both of the dresses right now. This is the Agua Bendita dress. It's like a beautiful burgundy color with like this dusted pink, and it has florals on it. Very agua. Already steamed it. It's kind of, it's not maxi, goes to the ankle, but it wrinkles really easily. So I need to sort out the bag. I think I'm just probably, oh shoot, I can't. I wanted to wear, it's a little dark at this angle, but I wanted to wear my burgundy Bottega bag. And I just realized I cannot wear it because it has gold hardware and my shoes are like a gunmetal color. See, and then my husband asks me, why do I need more bags? Why do I need more things? Because I need things to match. I might just wear my mini Cali, even though it's like not what I wanted to wear. Yeah. Well, there goes that. It's so funny because every time like I need to get dressed, I also don't have all my bags here, but every time I need to get dressed and I need like something, I'm like, oh, I need this for like my collection. I need this for my collection. And it's like every time I need something else. Or I could just, oh, actually I could wear my, I didn't want to wear this, but I could wear my croc pochette because it'll go better with the gunmetal, but I think for the occasion I'll wear my black mini Kelly. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, the dress fits, except it's a little tight here in the breast area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to my tailor and see if she can just let it out a tiny bit so that my skin doesn't hang over, you know? And I'm going to wear this Chanel shoe because I think that since the dress is tweed, it's giving Chanel vibes. I was going to wear it with the Saint Laurent, but these are not so comfortable for me to be in all night. But these I love, and if I wear these, then I can wear my black bag. Good thing the dress for tonight fits. I didn't zip it, but it'll zip. Would have been funny. I came with Liam to HomeGoods. He already is putting a million toys into the cart. They actually have some cute holiday pajamas here for kids. And there's so much stuff for gift wrapping. I have to show you guys, like, so much good stuff. These are good for table arrangements. If you guys are doing like dinners and stuff, you have like these vintage vibes. You have some newer things. And then look at all of this stuff for gift wrapping, boxes. I mean, amazing, amazing. They also come in like packets, so you can buy packets. I really need thank you cards. I really need gift bags, all different sizes. But I want like holiday cards. I don't want like Christmas, you know, because some people celebrate Christmas, New Year. Also look at all of this decor for tables. You have napkins, cups, so much stuff. These are really cute. I like something that's like not traditional, you know? How cute are these to-go cups for Christmas, or just like the holiday in general? So pretty. Love. I can literally spend all day here. This is one of my favorite stores in the entire world. Last time I was here, this china was here and I was looking at it, and I'm really tempted to buy this for every day for my new house. I'm obsessed with it. I'm getting these for Liam's teachers. I feel like they're such good gifts. We are successful. I got everything I needed and then some. I just got home from HomeGoods and my girl just woke up on time. It's perfect because I bought Liam a truck and he's using it already, and he was gonna wake her up. Liam and Estelle, funny enough, both had this. It's called an angel's kiss, I think. It went away after, but I get. Whoa, let me see your truck. Wow. It's your truck?
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm much more put together since we last saw each other. I have on the dress. I actually ended up wearing this bag because I realized that you can't really see my shoes because this dress is longer than I thought. I guess on the model it was to the ankles, but also I'm not like 6 feet tall, so it more or less covers my feet. So I'm going to wear this bag just because I think it goes better with the outfit. I also have a black blazer I'm just taking with me because it's cold outside and I anticipate that we're going to be sitting outside, so I don't want to freeze. And that's it. I took a pair of flip-flops with me, my trusty old teaks. I'll show you guys these. I love them because on the way back I'm probably going to want to change. And that is about it. This is the look. I wish I had like a good light and a good full-length mirror to show you, but stay tuned. Very, very soon. Like 1 more month and we'll be in the new house, and then you guys will get like the best content ever from me. Okay? I promise. And let's go. I was just drinking my sparkling water and I was laughing to myself because Aloni always tells me, he's like, no matter where you go, even if it's a 5-minute drive, he's like, you always have to take a beverage with you to go in the car. Like, he's like, he thinks it's like the funniest thing, but I don't know. Am I the only one, or do you guys do that too? Like, I don't know why. I always need like a crispy cold beverage no matter where I go. So I always usually take like a sparkling water before I leave the house. It's like, I have a water bottle in my car, but it's like not sufficient enough, you know. I need like a crispy cold beverage, like just quench my thirst. And the funny thing is, sometimes I take it and I don't even drink it. I just bring it back, like I don't even open it, you know. But it's just like the comfort of knowing that I have it. It's so strange, and I never realized that I didn't until I got married. So I don't know why I do that. But anyway, what I wanted to say is Aloni really liked my outfit when I walked out. He's like, oh, you look so beautiful when I walked out. And I was like, really? Oh, thanks. I was like, are you just saying that? He's like, no. He's like, I love these kinds of dresses on you. And I was like, I thought it was so funny. He loves like when I wear dresses this style. It's funny because my husband, actually, I've noticed too, not like that there's a preference and stuff, but I've noticed when I dress a little bit more modest, he tends to comment more, like he likes it more versus when I'm a little bit more like voluptuous, not voluptuous, it's the wrong term, when I'm a little bit more like sexy, you know? But he likes when I'm sexy in like a very specific way. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. Like when I do, like when I dress like in my Dolce like corsets, or like my Vivienne Westwood corsets, and it like really cinches my waist, and I do like a beautiful pencil skirt, like he loves that. He thinks it's like so beautiful to him. That's like very sexy. But he also likes when I dress like modest like this. I guess like if it's too like cut out and too much going on, then he doesn't like it. He doesn't ever say anything, but I just know, because I know he'll comment when he really, really likes something, but he'll never, it's very seldom. I think Aloni maybe one time told me he didn't like what I was wearing, and he said it in a way where he was like, it was when we, honestly, when we first got together, I think we had just gotten engaged, and I had posted a picture in a pair of Mugler jeans that, now looking back, I'm like, why the hell did I buy them? But you guys know those like cut out Mugler jeans, but I purchased the ones that are like light denim on the front, and they're like really, really dark. It's not even like, it's not black. I don't even know how to explain to you what the color is, because it's like a mixed, it's like a mixed fabric. Anyway, it's like, it had like satin, I guess let's call it black. It was black, and it just like outlines your butt in like a weird way. Like it just like highlights the butt cheeks and like has like round circles. I don't know, it sounds really ridiculous when I'm saying it, but anyway. And I remember I like the way that I posed. I had like my butt to the front of the camera, and like I had my like leg all out or whatever. And he said something. I said, I said, oh, do you like my picture that I posted? He's like, it's not my favorite. And I was like, why do you not like it? Do I look ugly? He's like, no. He's like, I just don't think those jeans, like I just don't think it, like, he's like, you look beautiful in the picture, but I just feel like the jeans are a little bit like, they make you look a little bit vulgar, because like the way that they're like, you know, the way that I was turned, and the way that they were like outlining my butt and stuff. So it's funny, because I think it's interesting that sometimes we think, I was telling this to my friends who are single, I said sometimes we think that like, and by the way, you should dress how you want to dress. Like I dress how I want to dress. Like I know, like for example, Aloni doesn't like certain things. Not he doesn't like it. Like he, for example, hates when I wear lip gloss. He prefers when I do like a matte lip. I know that, because he's like, oh, I can't kiss you, whatever, you know. But I do whatever I want, whatever I feel is right in that occasion, in that moment, and like what I'm vibing with. But what I wanted to say is that it's funny, because I feel like we were so conditioned, like especially me growing up in Miami. Like I remember when we'd go out and I would dress up like super, super slutty. Okay, I would wear like those American Apparel short dresses with like my Jeffrey Campbell shoes, or like I would go to the club in like mini skirts and stuff, and it was just like, you know, like showing my boobs, trying to show like every part of my body, when it was not really appropriate. It wasn't age appropriate for sure, but it wasn't just appropriate in general. And thinking like, oh, if I'm going to show my, you know, cleavage, or I'm going to show my butt, or I'm going to like wear the shortest skirt, then like guys are going to pay attention to me, and I'm going to, you know, find a guy like over this person, you know. And I was telling my friends this, I was like, sometimes less is more. And it's funny, because my brother's the same way. My brother always tells me like, he went on a date, like when he goes on a date with somebody, he'll be like, oh, she was really beautiful, but she's like wearing too much makeup. Like he prefers, you know, girls that are a little bit more like natural, or, you know, like it's just, or like also a little bit more modest. It's funny because I think, like I said, we're all conditioned to think that like we should be dressing a certain way and be like vulgar, because that is the definition of what sexy is. But honestly, it's not. And also, like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, you know. There is a lid for every pot, but what I'm trying to say is that you should still dress how you want to dress, but sometimes we do too much, and we think, I don't know, we think that it's gonna catch the guy or catch the person, but sometimes like the person just is down for, you know, a bare face. But it took me time. Like my husband always says to me too, like in the morning, sometimes, especially when we first started dating, he would always be like, oh, you look so beautiful. I could wake up in the morning. I'm like, yeah, of course, with like crusty eyes, and, you know, and I like whatever, morning breath. And he'd be like, no, you just look so beautiful. He's like, that's my favorite way that you look. And honestly, like looking back now, like in previous relationships, I've had a similar experience of like men that I've dated say the same thing. So maybe they're onto something. Maybe we don't know something. I don't know. But anyway, just funny. It's funny like to dissect things. Side note, the traffic in Miami is just crazy, honestly, like so crazy. I'm going to dinner in the same place I was yesterday, which is Bell Harbour Shops. I don't know if you guys can see, everything's like decorated in Christmas lights or like Christmas decor. So beautiful.
girls are always right, but I wanted to start by, first of all, thanking all of you for being here this beautiful evening, celebrating with us this special launch of our collab. When I first got to understand a little bit more about Agua Bendita and its root, its DNA, I felt completely in love. Colombia has a special place in my heart, and I couldn't see having a collab with anyone else but you guys. And I'm so honored to have that. I've done that, and have you guys feel like this. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. After those words, for us it's also a pleasure, and I believe both brands share that love for Latin America. And I think we're both building like great things from Latin American countries to sell all over the world.
My beautiful Sarah. Wait, let me do a video of you. We had a double date 2 nights in a row. I just got in the car. I'm going home now. And first order of business, I'm taking off the heels to put on my flip-flops because I am no longer in the era of where I can wear such high heels. You guys, I don't know. I just want to be comfortable. And while these were not as bad as I thought they were going to be, it's just me. It's just because I don't like wearing high heels. But they're actually comfortable for a high heel, if that makes sense. The only thing is I have a wide foot, so shoes like this are not necessarily really flattering on me. Anything that has a strap that goes in the middle of the foot, like that goes around the arch area. But they're gorgeous. It's a gorgeous shoe. It's like a good party shoe too. Oh, Jose. I had a nice time. Me and Farah chatted up. I love her. She's amazing. If you guys don't follow Farah, you should. She's incredible. She is more of an Instagrammer. She's not a TikToker. But she has a really amazing fashion. She's Dominican. She's from New York, but they live here, her and her husband and her daughter. She's awesome. We were trying to line up our fashion week schedule so we can be together, so we'll see. Aloni's actually was at a class. I don't know if he's still at the class. He was at a Torah class. My spiritual husband. Getting ready for bed. And I was just thinking that for the new house, I'm going to throw away all my towels. I'm going to get all new towels because apparently you're supposed to throw out your towels and your pillows. Did you guys know that once a year? They like go bad. Anyway, I'm going to get like all new towels, and I want to get towels that are dark, not black, but maybe like a burgundy or something, like just to have small makeup towels, because I like to use the disposable towelettes, but sometimes I don't. I just like a regular towel. So I'm going to get the ones that are like a dark burgundy color, because the white ones are just destroyed. They look icky, you know, because some like makeup stains just don't come out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm wiping my face off with my favorite micellar water. This is a Garnier Active Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. It's an all-in-one, cleanses, smooths, and removes makeup. It's the best. I love it. I used to use the Neutrogena towels, the purple ones and the blue ones, but I find that like they were really expensive to like use all the time because sometimes I needed multiple throughout the day. I find that this micellar water lasts you a longer time. I find that it doesn't break me out. The Neutrogena wipes, especially the purple ones, used to break me out for some reason. And I didn't realize it was that for a while, so I stopped using them. Yeah. Aloni's gonna be home in 15 minutes. I saw he posted a video on TikTok talking about, so funny what we were talking about this morning with you guys, what I was talking about this morning with you guys, talking about how like, you know, you have to be patient, and how he has with service staff and like service staff in any industry, especially like, you know, being patient with our baristas because they're trying their best, because they're not used to like so many people, you know, coming and Um, what else did he say? He said that, you know, he has a newfound respect for anybody in the service industry and he understands why now, because I don't know if some of you guys are new, but I used to work for my family business and I helped my grandfather open up all the locations in New York, Huso, Madison, Huso before it went to Tribeca, Madison Avenue location, Grand Central location, and the Tribeca location. And I always told my husband I don't ever want to be in the restaurant business again because it's a thankless job. Like you cannot satisfy everybody and it's just a lot of work, especially when you work in a restaurant. There's like a big turnover with people and you get attached to people, you know, and like it's just it's hard. And he said he's like, I have a newfound respect, but one of the things that I wanted to mention is that you need to have respect and patience for anybody in the service industry. Like I know what it's like serving tables. I used to do it for 2 years. I know it's like serving tables. I know what it's like dealing with difficult customers, but like you can't please everybody and you can't make anyone happy. But when you are, let's say, ordering a coffee with a barista and you're just standing there and being very difficult and like being rude and not understanding that there's other people waiting in line and you're just being impatient, like it doesn't make the situation better. It actually makes it worse. It gives the baristas more pressure. It gives a server more pressure. And it then like, it's like one of those things is like, you know how to do something perfectly, but then when somebody's watching or criticizing you, all of a sudden you forget how to do it. It's like kind of like that. But it's just like, really tacky to be rude. I do not have respect. Anybody who knows me and anyone who's friends with me who's watching me knows this. I hate when people are rude to servers. I think it is so disgusting. I think it really shows your character and I think it's just disgusting. I have no other words for it. For me, it's like the biggest ick. And if I ever meet people for the first time and we're at a dinner, even like at an influencer dinner, and I see that somebody's being rude to a wait staff, I always apologize on their behalf because I always get really uncomfortable. But we probably will not be friends because for me that's just a big no. Like absolutely not. I had to text the girls yesterday. It's funny, we have all girls except one guy was working on the team, but he is in Japan. He's gonna be back soon. But anyway, I had to tell all the girls and say, listen, I said, just so you know, all the negative reviews that you do see, because there are a couple of negative reviews saying like, oh, the line was too long, or the coquita wasn't sweet enough, or this. And like I said to you guys this morning, like you can't please everybody. But I told the girls, I was like, this has nothing to do with you. The negative reviews are not because of you, it's because of me and Aloni, because we're on social media. And some people just come in just being haters because they just dislike us already. So they come in with this energy where like, I'm just gonna hate everything they're doing. Even if they like the coffee, they're just still gonna give it a negative review because they don't like us. And I told them, I said, don't look at negative reviews as a negative, just look at it as a way to learn. Sometimes, yes, you could learn, you know, if somebody says, oh, the line was too long, or like the coffee didn't have enough of this or didn't have enough of that, like it gives us an opportunity to, okay, maybe we need to taste this drink and make sure like, you know, we can adjust like the sweetness level, or maybe we need to do this and adjust that. But I told him, I said, don't take this negativity and criticism as a attack towards you. It's attack towards me and my husband. I said, just don't worry, you're doing an amazing job. I had to give them a little pep talk and I had to reiterate that in text because I don't want them to feel discouraged. Like it's really important for everyone to feel good and be aligned. It's important to do a really good job and know that you're doing a good job, but it's also important to remember that sometimes it's not because of you, but it's because of me. So yeah. I was also just thinking, before I tell you what I was thinking, I am using the Medicube Red Succinate Acid Peeling Pads. These are amazing for acne. I have all three. I have this one, which is for acne. The blue one is for texture, and the yellow one is for pigment, and it's like, it has turmeric in it, so it's like pigment and like your glow. But I tend to use the blue one the most, and then this one I've been using a lot lately because of the chin acne, but I use this like 3 times a week. What I wanted to say is that a lot of people have asked me before in the past, like, hey, how come on your TikTok you only like give positive reviews? You never like say anything negative about like the places that you visit and places that you eat, beverages that you drink. And by the way, I've recorded plenty of videos and so has my husband, and we've never posted it with negative reviews. And it has nothing to do with like the restaurant owners, but it has to do with the fact that no matter how big or small my platform may seem to somebody, I would never want to open my mouth and potentially stop a group of people of going to a restaurant or to a coffee shop or to a cafe, whatever, only because of the people that work there, the service staff that works there. Whether it is your hostess, your sous chef, your line cook, your busboy, your dishwasher, like anybody who works there, I would never want people to stop going there for the restaurant, to stop making like any business and potentially have to let these people go. A lot of the service staff live paycheck to paycheck. I know what it's like. I worked in the restaurant business. My grandfather has restaurants. I am well aware of the people that work there. I'm aware of all of their situations. And unfortunately, when we open our mouth and we have a negative experience based, unless it's like something crazy, but like just me saying like, oh my God, I didn't like this and whatever. Like, I would never want to do that. I would never want to hinder someone's livelihood because of the experience that I had. And by the way, restaurants have their days. Like sometimes you go to a restaurant and it's so delicious and I can go back 2 weeks later and the food wasn't that good. And you know, maybe the kitchen was off, maybe something would happen with the chef. Like you never know. So I always just try to like keep my negative opinions to myself and not hurt anyone's business, because I want everyone to succeed and I don't ever want to be responsible for people not having a job because of some negative shit that I had to say. You know what I mean? Like it's just so, you can't only think about yourself. And I think a lot of you guys forget that even though I live a very privileged life, and I'm fully aware that I live a very privileged life. I'm an immigrant. My parents are immigrants. My parents came to the United States with nothing. My grandmother came to the United States with nothing. They've instilled so many different lessons in us, and one of the things is to always be grateful and always to be considerate of others. Being considerate of others is, I think, at the top priority list in my family, and I think in my husband's family too. You have to think of other people. You cannot be selfish and only think about yourself. And I think the problem is now we are so self-centered, and I have that issue sometimes too, where I could feel like everything's happening to me, not for me, like my husband says. But we just need to stop being so self-centered. And this is like one of the reasons why I told our staff yesterday, and I had to reiterate in a text again and tell them that you guys are doing an amazing job. Like, take the reviews as a positive, not a negative. It's a way that we can fix things and address issues if they're actual issues, not just like complaints because people are being haters. But you guys have to be mindful, like when you're doing stuff, like you're not hurting Aloni, you're hurting the people that are working for us. Same thing, you know, how I'm mindful of other people. So this was just to go back to Aloni's video. This is why he addressed it, because he didn't want the girls that are working for us to feel bad because of people just disliking us. You know what I mean? You don't have to like me. It's totally okay. I'm just giving you my food for thought. Anyway, enough about that. I want to reintroduce this to you guys. You guys know this. I love this so much. This is the Chantecaille Blank Peony Face Serum. It's a dark spot corrector. By the way, if anybody's watching that's pregnant, this is pregnancy approved. I had a lot of melasma and dark spots during my pregnancy, and when I took a trip to France with Chantecaille, I had asked them if this was pregnancy safe, and it is. All of it's botanicals. This is not sponsored, by the way. I'm just sharing with you. I love it. I like stopped using it for a little bit, and I just started using it again this last week, and I remembered how much I loved it. I feel like it's so beautiful on the skin. The application is so easy. I don't have any texture. When I wake up in the morning, my skin feels hydrated. I love the way it smells. It smells like peonies, which is one of my favorite flowers after the lily of the valley. And I go in with the serum, and then after I use the dark spot corrector. I like to use this at night, not in the morning, because A, it's expensive, this specific set, and B, I don't want to put makeup over it. I just kind of wanted to do its thing and like work, you know, target all the dark spots and stuff. So this is really great if you like clean beauty, clean skincare. If you're pregnant or you just like, again, clean beauty, clean skincare, this is approved and it's really amazing. This is my third bottle of each, so I love it. I've talked about this before, but you guys are not new to my channel, you know. Okay, I need to brush my teeth. I actually need to get a new toothbrush. So I use these Philips Sonicare toothbrushes from Costco. We have both, but for some reason, they don't noise at me. I don't know what happened. Something happened that it like on the inside of this. So I need to get another one. I also need to do my Medicube Booster Pro, but I'm so lazy to do that right now. I just want to get into bed. I'm so tired. Oh, I need to take out my contacts. And I need to change out my Invisalign. Okay. I have to say, this is first world problems, but taking care of yourself is like a full-time job, you know? I have to come home, do my skincare, do all these other things. Then I have to go take my vitamins, drink water. Like, who has time? Who has time to take care of themselves, you know? We use Sensodyne. Somebody asked me actually randomly, like, oh, what toothpaste do you use? We use Sensodyne Advanced Whitening Plus. Okay, my teeth are brushed. So I don't know if you guys have been following on my Invisalign journey. I actually finished my Invisalign trays before. But because I'm such a perfectionist and I need everything to be perfect. When I smile, I was like, I wanted my teeth to go out a little bit more because I felt like my smile was still a little bit too tight. So I got another set of trays. There were 7. This is 5. So now I need 6, 7, and I think we're done, yeah? This is the last 2 trays. The thing is, I should have been done like a month and a half ago, but I don't wear them during the day. And that's the problem. I just wear them all day. I sometimes wear them during the day, but not always. Like when I go work out, I don't really like having Invisalign in. And yeah, so I take my new ones out. I put in my old ones. They're brushed and cleaned. I put them in here because God forbid you lose your old ones. I mean, you lose the ones that you're wearing. You have your old ones you can go back to, just in case. So on the left, let's pop in the new ones. Feel good. What I like to do is I use a tongue scraper every night, which is like this. You get them on Amazon. I like the ones that are metal because I feel like they're easier to clean and sterilize. I take the back of the tongue scraper and I like to bite on it like this. So that way my Invisalign molds onto my teeth better. You know what I mean? I'll explain it. Like, helps it go up. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go have my vitamins, fill up my water. By the way, I was talking to my acupuncturist today and she was talking about magnesium and how it's so amazing for your nervous system and it's just really good for you. And I told her, I'm like, I literally take magnesium every single day. This is the one. 2 capsules in the morning, 3 at night. I'm just zen out. It really helps a lot. Nutrafol postpartum for my hair. I take 4 of those. I take liposomal vitamin C. I'm taking 2 because it's going to be 1,000, right? Yeah, it's 1,000 mg, 1,000 milligrams, so one is 500. And then because there is a bug going around and I don't want to get sick, I feel like I was under the weather last week, I'm taking 2 capsules of the Gaia Herb Quick Defense. Okay. Protection. I can honestly swallow all these pills at the same time. Is that gross? I'll do half. So I'll freak you guys out. I'll do 5 and 3. A pro tip is, by the way, if you can't swallow pills, when you put pills in your mouth and you put water and you go like this, the pills actually float up. So if you want the pills to float to the back of your mouth, you actually have to put the pills in your mouth to take the water, put your head down, and the pills float up, and then it's easier to swallow. I also really like these. I take these in the morning. This is iron. It tastes really bad. Okay, I'm just warning you, it's disgusting. But this is really good iron. It's called I don't have my contacts in. Flora-Vital Iron and Herb. It's a liquid iron and vitamin formula. And then I also take potassium and silica, 1 capful in a glass of water together. This is really good for your skin, hair, and nails. And this is just potassium, which is good for me because I needed it postpartum. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bed. I'm gonna do a little doom scrolling, catch up on some YouTube Vlogmases that I'm watching right now. And I will see you guys tomorrow. It's actually been kind of nice to catch up with you every day. I feel like you guys are getting a better understanding of me because you are watching me every day instead of just like once a week, you know? So it's nice. It's nice. Some of the vlogs are boring, I know, I'm sorry. But like just some days I don't have that much going on, or I'm just too busy to record because of my kids and just work and stuff. But yeah, it's also weird because I'm watching some of the vlogs when I edit them, and like my children are such a big part of my life, and you guys don't see that because I don't post them. So sometimes it feels like I'm childless, although I'm with my kids so much, but I just don't post them. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. But anyway, good night, guys.